What's going on, guys? My name is Victor, and today we are going to be talking about Japan and the coronavirus. My wife and I have a trip planned to Japan. We will be landing in March 16th and we'll be there until March 28th. Obviously, Asia is probably not the best place to be right now because of the coronavirus. Whether or not you're afraid of catching it, just the chance of your trip being canceled or hindered because of the outbreak, it's enough to make anyone worried. So I just wanted to discuss some of my thoughts that I have about our upcoming trip because it has not been canceled yet. Honestly, catching the coronavirus is the least of my worries that have to do with the coronavirus. I am more worried about our trip getting canceled or getting to Japan and there's nothing to do for us because everything is closed and we should have just stayed home and went another time. So I've had a lot of people asking, are you worried about the flights getting canceled to Japan, or have they been canceled? Oh, you're still gonna go? You're gonna get the coronavirus. So I thought about this for a while, and I don't think that Japan would ever say no one come to Japan because of the Olympics coming up this year. Because if they all of a sudden stop tourism, then that looks really bad on them, and everyone who's competing in the Olympics throughout the world will just be like, why are we doing it here then? One of my friends is an ex-Olympian, and he was saying it would take way too long to build all that stuff anywhere else as is. So I just don't think that they would ever block people from coming to Japan just because they don't want that on their reputation. And the Olympics is huge, and when you're hosting that brings in so much business and it looks really good for your country. So I don't think that they would ever do that. Now, the real concern would be if the United States, where I live, says to us, no more travel to Japan. Some airlines, such as United Airlines, have been cutting the amount of flights that they are sending over to Asia, which worries me because I want to go. I don't want to wait because we've been to Japan before and it is our all-time favorite destination. Nothing even compares. Japan is just beautiful. Now, I did some research because we're flying Delta out of Las Vegas. Now, apparently, if you're flying to either Beijing, Shanghai, or South Korea through Delta, they are offering to waive your change fee if you want to change your flights, and they're also offering to credit you your ticket to book for a later trip within a year from the time that you bought the ticket. So that provides me some sort of solace knowing that if it does come down to them blocking us from flying to Japan, that they will do something for us, because that would suck to lose out on all that money. I don't know if you've ever looked into flights to Japan. They're outrageous. It doesn't even make sense, especially because I'm on the west coast of the United States, and that is like one of the closest countries to us besides Canada and Mexico, and yet it is one of the most expensive for us to fly to. It's unfortunate. So what's going on in Japan that we know of? Well, there are some over 100 reported cases of the coronavirus as of yesterday, which was February 28th. And as of yesterday, Hokkaido, one of the prefectures, came in at the highest reported infections of the coronavirus at 53 people, which honestly doesn't sound like a lot. And it might even sound like an overreaction. Who knows? Japan is a huge country, but they're also super courteous in general. They wear those masks even if you have a cough, just because it's the polite thing to do there. As of a couple days ago, they reportedly closed down all elementary, middle, and high schools until the end of March. That's pretty crazy. It makes me wonder what kind of experience, if we do end up getting to go to Japan, will it be like? Will everyone just be indoors watching their kids? How do people go to work? I don't even know what to expect. Or will there be a ton of people out in the streets even though they're urging people to stay indoors? I really started getting worried when 2 nights ago I got an email from Team Lab Borderless. If you don't know what they are, that is that infamous light museum where they have all these interactive crazy light up sculptures and just art pieces, and you can just walk through, and it's a huge photo spot. Definitely wanted to go there, but they emailed us saying, yeah, we're closed, don't know when we're gonna open, it's to be announced, and here's a refund for your ticket. And I was just like, no, that was one of the places I really wanted to go. We also booked another one of those museums from the same company, but it's called Planets, and it's pretty close to Borderless, and that one is actually set to reopen March 15th, which leads me into the next thing, is that a lot of major museums and attractions are being closed down, including Disneyland. Disneyland is set to reopen actually when we get there. Last time we went to Disneyland, so we weren't planning on going this time, but there are a lot of attractions being closed, and they could easily extend the deadline past March 15th or 16th, depending on the information at the time. Now, down below in the description, I provided a link to Japan Guide, and it shows their travel advisories. They've proven to me to be a very reliable source for anything Japan related, and they have all that information right there as to what stuff is being closed down. But I would definitely, if you have a trip coming up, keep an eye out on that. And yeah, I guess we just hope for the best. Thank you for watching this video. This may or may not turn into a couple-part series documenting our experiences with this whole coronavirus and going to Japan, but we might not even make it there, so who knows. If you like this video, leave me a like, comment what you thought down below, and then if you haven't already, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.